Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse of Money Misery. Tonight we're playing the module Curse of Straw, but it's changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark the RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. It would be I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Lady Lyra, I have and make us play by Julie. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Hammer the Archer, the Warlock, played by Cookie. Hello.
Hello. Why is everything so itchy?
Nix the Verstania Tiefling Bard, played by Adriano. Hello, welcome.
We begin again once more.
And third not least, we got Sir Asphodel Dragonborn Paladin, played by Aeronox. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What happened last time, gang?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what happened last time.
Yeah, you better do it.
Yay! So first of all, Asphodel is here, but I mean, Eleanor is here. Asphodel is still not here, but Eleanor is here, and it's great to have you. Anyway, oh man, we started going to Camp Wolfblood, or whatever the fuck we call, because we want to speak with them. We want to get, because they've been kidnapping children from Kask, and we want to unkidnap the children, so we're on our way there. And whilst we were walking, we were talking, we were camping after a full day of travel. We tried to discuss what the fuck we're trying to do, because earlier, Rahadin, which is like Strahd's right-hand vamp, basically told Fad that we can't really intervene in any actual way with whatever they're doing, or else it's like war, and we're gonna fucking die, which is not great. We were discussing things a little bit, and we came to the conclusion that we don't really have a conclusion. And we went to sleep. Everything went well. Until Fad's turn.
I mean, are you reading the session notes or are you just skipping over them?
No, I'm reading. Why?
No, it's fine. It's just.
It's just.
I'm trying to like summarize. I don't want to explain every detail right now because that'll be like tiring. Oh, these are something significant that I missed.
No.
In according to your view. No.
I'm just.
Okay. But okay. So everything went quite well. It was a bit of a quiet night, even too quiet. Nothing happened, which is weird. Until Fats turned to actually, watch. And whilst he was watching, Rahadin appeared. And he had that bad look in his eye, and Fad understood that he fucked up and that his time is up. So he went ahead, put away all of his things, and stabbed the dagger into his sleeping sack, and went to his execution, basically. They got into like a little bit of a forest clearing, and they started talking about how Fad didn't do his fucking job that Rahadin let him live for, and now he has to die. And Fad is like, yeah, but fuck you. And so they prepare for a duel. Tension is in the air. Fad has a master plan, but he didn't really see Rahadin's speed coming, and he got fucking wrecked. And it wasn't even fun. He just got shreked. So Fad fell to the ground and in his last moments contemplated all of his, in his words, pathetic life, and we got fingered of death to death, and he's dead. But we don't know that. We don't know what happened. But he's fucking dead. In the morning, everyone wakes up and it's like, okay, fine, where the fuck is Fad? And we find this note which basically says that someone showed him the way out and that he GTFO'd out of here. which raised some suspicions because that doesn't seem like Thad. So we start searching for him. We find some footprints. We follow the footprints into a now empty clearing where there was just a pool of blood. And whilst we thought it is very much probable that it's Thad, we don't want to make any assumptions. Maybe it's someone else's pool of blood, maybe it's ketchup, we don't know. But we did take some of the red liquid so that maybe later Nyx might be able to use it to trace Thaddeus somehow for magical means. In the meanwhile, returning Sir Asphoda, welcome back.
Shitting on a log in the forest.
Shitting on a log in the forest. On her way to find Lottie and Gilly, which Lottie is the same seamstress from Vallaki, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Okay, and Gilly is her little son.
No. Gilly is the actual seamstress or seamster.
So who's
Lottie is the sales girl.
Oh.
And like wife of
Gilly. Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. So they find them. So she's looking for them and she finds tracks. So Asphoda being the curious little dragonborn, really big, intimidating dragonborn that he is tracking them. And she eventually finds a weird tower in the coast of this cliffside in the lake thing.
Yeah.
Lake Zarovich.
Yeah, Lake
It's an
Zarovich.
offshoot of Lake Zarovich, a smaller
Oh
lake.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a Lake Zarovich Junior.
Yes.
Asphoda does the big investigate apparently, and she finds a little Vallaki boy.
Little
Who
Vallaki boy.
a distressed Vallaki boy.
I mean, he's not
apparently.
that little.
He's like 17.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
Nyx's height.
It's a little bit. I like he.
Yeah, he's a child Vallaki boy. He's like a
I'm not entirely
Fuck
sure
boy.
his age, but around there. But he's pretty shredded.
yeah, he's shredded. He hit the gym. He's lifting weights.
It's
Yeah.
a lot
great
of bodies he's burying.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So this guy's
This
name is
is
Milovoy,
moving.
and she's like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, yay, it's you! Fuck, my arm got shreked." And she's like, "By what?" And then he says, "The tower, it got me electrocuted, mamma mia!" So,
Mamma mia.
Turns into Italian. It's a Milla boy.
I'm in a weird mood today. So,
Let me.
we
your
can
body.
tell. We can tell.
Let's go.
so she's like, "Oh shit, what's electrocuted? That's not nice." And apparently it's Esmeralda's wagon that's near here. But before she has time to think, another caravan is approaching. And who's on that caravan but the actual
Bandits.
party? It's Team Trauma! / Trauma Brigade, whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's us. So, we come and we see a caravan and we hear some noises. It's like, "Oh shit, there's someone here, we should probably stop." And they're like, "Oh shit, someone's coming, we should probably stop." And the word stupidest standoff occurs for a hot second. And then, we reunite after realizing that it's Asphoda and hugs and kisses everywhere. It's really wholesome and nice after last night. And, so they decide to go up the tower, but before that, Nyx tries to mimic the dancing moves in the tower because the tower was originally built by the Fidatovs, and the Fidatovs are a family that really likes stupid fucking riddles. So he tried dancing, but whilst touching the actual door handle, he got zapped because he wasn't careful enough. And the whole tower began to be coated with lightning, which is really metal. But Nyx didn't like it because he got zapped. So he tried it again and he succeeded. And
My only weakness, lightning.
death. And they all went up the tower. All of them but Hamartia, which is moody. right now. And they find an elevator, basically, and the elevator takes them up. And
Yeah.
and they find a room. It has lots of things. And that's how we left. Good job.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, God. This
Yeah,
is why I
that's
don't
what
give
happened.
out inspiration.
How long did that recap
Ooh.
take?
Excuse me?
We always forget about it too.
All right, let's get
Made
back
you laugh.
into it.
Okay.
That's the
I'm
most
done.
important, isn't it? I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm done my
Yeah,
part. Bye,
that's
guys.
great. I love
See
it.
My job here is done.
It's not really, but I mean, the music for the background.
It's the music's there.
Yeah, but the animated background. Okay, no,
You want
yeah.
the crackling of the.
There we go.
Crackling.
Oh my God! Shut it. Asphodite, Illyria, Nyx. You find yourself in the musty and dusty and rather cold top floor of this strange trapped tower built by no other than Artemis Fedotov. After a quick chat of the most pressing matters of what the hell has happened recently, you turn to the room around you to search for clues of Esmeralda's whereabouts. The floorboards creak and whine as you move about in this small but comely space, especially so underneath Asphora's armored feet. But the floorboards seems to hold, at least for now. There are signs that somebody has lived here recently. For example, somebody has neglected to make the bed. The sheets and blankets haphazardly tossed around, but the bed is not moth-eaten or even dusty. And on top of it lies a lyre inlaid with golden decorations around the body. The iron stove still harbors glowing embers in its rusty bowels, radiating a bit of heat into the room itself, turning unpleasant to merely uncomfortable. There is also the remains of some fresh gruel in one of the copper pots that somebody has elected to not dish immediately. The desk across the way is impressively messy. An open inkyard with a fetid pen lying in an open book with an ink blotch just underneath it as somebody has carelessly left it there. The book itself seems to be a notebook with scribbled and chaotic messages in an angry language, together with a few hastily made illustrations. There are tossed books around, some intact, some untouched, in a shelf above the desk. And some just lying spread over the desk area itself. Some open, some not, some upside down, some standing, in all manner of figurations. An open bottle of wine and a mug that lies on its side has been left perilously close to a map. A map of Barovia, it seems, with mad scribbles around in certain areas. And on top of the map lies a forgotten bundle of silvered crossbow bolts. There are 3 trunks in the room. One of them is open with a mess of clothes within. Uppermost, there seems to be some simple garments, but torn and bloody at certain areas. And on top of that, a pair of dark brown leather gloves. On the floor next to it lies a somewhat used healer's kit, with some of its contents, used or unused, cluttered around. And amongst it you see a bloody and used tourniquet. The last detail that is obvious for you in this room is the suit of armor, shiny and untouched. Are there any areas or items that you wish to investigate further?
Oh yes. A couple of things. The lyre on the bed.
Yes.
The notebook on the desk.
Yes.
The map of Barovia, and the armor.
So, to everything.
No, there was more than that, but
Yeah, almost everything.
I'm just saying what I'm interested in.
Alright.
Keep.
Moving
Okay.
to the lyre. You have touched instruments before. And I mean, you're keenly aware of it, considering your background. And this lyre is beautifully made, but not too flashy. Like these golden inlays are noticeable up close, but not necessarily like a few meters back. Tastefully like inlaid around like that. I don't know the technical terms for it, but the window, that creates the acoustics.
Mm-hmm.
And the metal strings have been used and is pretty tuned. Pretty nice. Make me.
Does it match that of? I mean, you were going to ask me to do something, but I was just going to quickly. It's like, does it match that of Van Richten's lyre that we saw, or like the bard in Valaki, who forget the name now? Octavio. Like.
Octavio, yeah. Now that one was more like nondescript, like a normal ass lyre. This one is like a step
Normal
above.
ass lyre.
Like somebody spent more money on this. Like Octavio's lyre was functional. This one is more than functional.
All right.
Maybe a quick perception composure.
E14.
14. That's enough. You hint, just the triangle top of one of the corners of a book, underneath the top blanket of the bed. Like half hidden, just like a tiny bit is revealed to you.
I will push back the blanket and pull out the book.
It's a dark gray kind of leather binding, with the title being inlaid at the Book of Desires.
Really?
What?
I just like quickly flick to like not like right at the start, but like maybe a few pages in. See what this is all about. Is it like a novel? Is it porn?
Like quickly going through a few pages, it seems to be a collection of short stories. Like chapter long stories or so. Seems to have different characters, usually a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman. Who starts off in different kind of settings and then ends spicy.
It's porn. God, I demand to have all the pages written out to me for playback.
You know.
Smut book, got it.
Yes.
Are the pages sticky?
Oh my god, why would you ask me that?
Why would it be sticky?
Anyway, as Nyx went to like the bed area first, where's Aspida heading?
Okay. Aspida is gonna check out like the desk, like, or anything with cabinets or drawers.
There are some like stacked crates and stuff around, but not really that many drawers. There are 3 trunks though, 2 that were closed and 1 that was open with these clothing items.
Okay. Trunk. Yeah, you know what? She'll go for the closed trunk, not thinking it's
There are
trapped. Only
two of them.
because
One
yeah.
is smaller and more like seems to be heavier, sturdier, and the other one is like bigger and has like a rounded top, whilst the other one is like more of a rectangle.
We're gonna go for the smaller one. We're gonna
Okay.
go for the heavy-looking smaller one.
Okay, as you get a little bit closer to the smaller one, you can see that it's locked.
What about the larger one?
The larger one seems to have a locking mechanism, but as you like gently try it, it's not locked.
Ooh, okay. If it's not locked, she'll open up to see what's inside.
Ooh, okay. You get a bit of a flashback to doing illegal acts in Volaki. When you broke into Vitavio's traveling wagon, from behind, and found that strong box, which, strong trunk, I should say, and you open up to find these just perfectly like lacquered wooden boxes that were just and inlaid with like cloth and satin and just this perfect grooves for each item. That was, you experienced the same thing in here, but there's not as many items, and the trunk is smaller in size than to the original one that you found. But quickly, like rummaging through the interior, there seems to be a normal crossbow. It is not like loaded, it's like picked apart into smaller pieces where you still need to do some kind of assembly to put it together. There's 2 more bundles of bolts with silvery arrowheads. There is an assortment of more stakes. There seems to be some vials of liquid. 2 that seems to be red, 2 that seems to be white. There are 2 scrolls with beautiful Coptic writing, and there's also a big portion of it that is for rations, like a big stack of basically trail mix, like very, very efficient rationing, like protein bars. Not fun, but efficient.
Okay. She kind of like gazes at them, looking at, eyeing the scrolls. But at the same time, this is Esmeralda's tower. She doesn't like pry too deeply in it.
No, you
Yes.
just a quick overview. All right,
Okay.
Illyria, where are you going? The first little exploration.
I think Valeria heads toward Des.
Okay. Indeed, there's a lot of like different books around. That open wine bottle. There's that notebook that is open that has a feathered pen lying on it. The writing is hasty. And in a language that you do not understand. But there are some illustrations on the pages.
All right.
Some of them seems to be like very hastily made illustrations of a tiefling woman's face with different expressions that are very much exaggerated. At the corners and the ends of certain like sentences or paragraphs, there's also a lot of illustrations of wolf-like creatures being stabbed or die in different ways. Like one gets his head chopped off, and there's some, like she like made a few like blood splatterings with her ink pen. Another one like falls in a in a trap where there's like spikes. Yeah, it's weird. There's also seem to be a few of them that illustrations that seem to be more like maps, but you do not understand their meaning.
Yeah.
And then you have that bigger scroll that has like 4 weights in each corner, and that crossbow bundle just lying haphazardly on it, and then there's a bunch of scribbles on this map of Barovia.
I'm gonna move us over to
Like of names of places. Like, do I not understand those either?
No, you do understand those. Those are written in Markish. You want to take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Lean in. Okay, you move the crossbow bolts aside, and look at this.
Host new, host save,
Oh.
public game.
Where are you, stupid strays? Red one dangerous.
It's not going close to
Dark
this
green,
fuck
white
list.
aggressive as fuck. Why expand? Why now? The crazy dwarf hurts? Kids going missing from the fish village, those assholes. No sign of R yet. Must keep looking. Oh. Rickton not home. Where are you, you jerk? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Abbott sus rumors. Hard to get into, maybe bribe, but why? A tragedy. Moving bushes. So much wilderness, so many miles, so many destroyed boots. Maybe he went to a place in the South Mountains, should ask that gloomy elf for help. No place do I really have to. Yeah, not going close to this fuck fest. What are though? I did. What the fuck? Gave the script of Erasmus to A. He played fool. Don't trust that motherfucker. So he is really at the castle then. Fuck a duck! Should probably stay away. What's there? Just nope. If R is still there, he's either god or dead. It'll be the same now that she's gone. No, V recognize ours. Group. Seriously, who thought this was a good idea? Just sad, really. Why would he hide here?
Yeah, so all of the like dark purple is her notes. The other
Yeah.
things on the map is your stuff.
Yeah.
8.
Got it.
Okay.
So, Aspida, Nyx, as you kind of lean up from the trunk, and Nyx drops the book back onto the bed, and you look over to Illyria. You see her leaning over this map with great interest.
Yeah.
Probably
chuckling.
chuckling once
Yeah.
or twice.
Chuckling to
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh yeah, true.
Is there something funny, Illyria?
I mean, that was Esmeralda, right?
I mean,
Action players.
I believe that's her handwriting. I'm gonna say Nyx probably knows their handwriting.
Yeah. You're able to recognize it. It's a little bit all over the place.
Illyria is like, well, come over here, and like directs Nyx to the part that says "fuck a duck."
I mean, not what I would expect Esmeralda to do, but you know, I wouldn't put it past her.
And only now does that sort of like turn her head and now it's Nyx and Illyria staring intently at this map.
Uh-huh.
Did you find something interesting?
I mean, it's a map, and Esmeralda did take some notes in her own way.
Intrigued, she goes over to look.
Take a look-see.
She sees the first thing she sees is the windmill. I did that. Smiley face.
Yeah.
She's like pointing it out. She had quite a lot of fun there.
Yeah. Oh, Nyx, there is something written here, but I can't read it. And she
Nyx, like,
points
looks
to
where
the
she- What do I see?
That one is written in Infernal, and it's there are not that many entries. You don't. It seems to be written rather recently, or been added to recently. It's basically a bunch of notes to herself of places that she has so far searched. But recently, the scope where she talks about Richten all the time has now changed to hunting what she calls strays. And it's a bunch of notes to herself to remember which trails that she has already searched, investigated, and whatever she has, a few times she has discussed, she has entered into battle with these strays. And so far it seems she has come out on top.
It looks like a checklist. A hunting checklist that
Oh.
Esmeralda is systematically trying to find where Van Richten is. But also she's heading around this area looking for him amongst the werewolves, and seems to be or have already encountered many and slaughtered some, or at least come out on top, whether or not
Maybe
they
we will run into her then.
died. Perhaps, but
I
it's
don't
not-
really like the idea of that, but
Well, she's done some of the groundwork for us.
yeah.
She's already plotted out in her notes here places that led to dead ends. So we could technically use these notes to at least find our way closer to the werewolf camp instead of getting lost within the forest.
Yeah. Hey, Nyx,
We need iron.
Ah?
if we run into her,
we start by that deposit?
do we tell her?
About Van Richten.
Illyria nods.
I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I want to understand what sort of relationship they have or had. She seems pretty hell-bent on trying to find him. So she clearly has some, admiration for the gentleman.
Yeah.
Let me tell her. I'll try and keep it soft.
All right.
After all, it was my rage that sentenced him. I know you did it.
No, I sold him out.
You wouldn't have done it if I wasn't there.
If I hadn't, I probably would be a vampire by now.
I'm not sure Esmeralda will understand the reasons if they came from anyone else other than a Vestani. So, if we find her, I mean, she could be anywhere by now, but let me take it.
Leave it up to you then.
I am kind of impressed, if I'm honest, that Esmeralda seems to be going out by herself and without fear, encountering werewolves without the care. And clearly,
mean,
she's had some
she-
training.
Learned a lot from Rickton, didn't she?
And she learned a lot of hate, too. She seems like she's been a lot of places, so if we do find her, I'm sure she has much to say. Would Nick's like his passive perception like pick up any like other things that are written not in Markish?
Oh, other than this? On the map?
Hmm.
Yeah, on the
What
Yeah.
you're looking at is what you're seeing.
Or like anything else on the table?
Oh, make me investigation check. In the meanwhile, Aspida, as you kind of lean over and look down upon the map above, like Nyx and Illyria's shoulders, you
highlights it.
raise a hairless eyebrow at the crazy dwarf Hertz.
Oh wait, where on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up here. I
Oh,
thought it was
okay.
weird too.
Oh, and she recognizes that spot as like a place where she was up for a bit. Like she passed by.
Yeah. You were like a little bit north of the fishing village, like we're up here when you sighted it.
Okay. Huh. The crazy dwarf hurts. Hmm. She's even had an encounter with that one.
Did you have an encounter with a crazy dwarf?
I did, but he didn't strike me. It's more of out of fear upon looking at me. Before I could really talk to him, he was already gibbering about me staying away as he ran off. Now, it was quite peculiar.
I mean, I was wondering about that. I didn't know you'd been up there.
Yes, well, you know the Copperbeards, right, Illyria?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's what he was. He held the insignia of the Copperbeards.
Wait. That... Huh. You could have started with that. That's odd.
Yes, and a member of the old dwarven clan known with so much influence in this place of all places.
You know, if we have the time, maybe we can investigate that.
We certainly can, but we should focus on these werewolves and children.
Oh, definitely.
Besides, I'm sure that if we were to set foot in searching for these dumb dogs, I'm sure we will encounter Esmeralda soon enough.
I'm honestly not looking forward to that.
The Esmeralda part or the werewolf part?
The Esmeralda part, I can handle a few werewolves.
Sorry, Bexxy.
Yeah. No, I mean roleplay. Roleplay comes first, so we're just gonna give you an update on your role, but we're just gonna wait until you finished.
I mean, you mentioned things with Coptic and whatnot, so...
Oh, that was the scroll that Asfer hasn't mentioned to you yet.
Okay, sorry.
The book is written in Infernal.
Who else has
The notebook, and then there's like a lot of books around, some in languages you do not understand. Most of them though are in Markish, and they seem to be all monster hunting books or monster physiology, and I'm using a very broad sense the word monster here, right?
I mean, it's in a different language. I have a resolution for that.
Yeah, well, there are a bunch of different books, and most of them, like the majority of them, are written in Markish, but there are some who are in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
over how much time?
I think we're going to spend a bit more than 10 minutes here, so I'll bring out my book and start ritually casting Comprehend Language.
Alright, perfect segue.
Okay. And also the
Ba- 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 ba-
right
ba.
side shows how much of the vein is left. Oh,
Hammerdia. Hi,
Yes. Hello.
how are you? Where are
Not so
you?
well.
What are you doing?
I'm sitting at the base of the tower, waiting,
yeah.
itching, counting the seconds and the minutes until we finally get away from here.
Uh-huh.
And you're
It's,
only.
it's a very common day for Barovia. It's
I'm gonna grab the
feels like it's gonna start raining in any second.
do with
The clouds are heavy,
make
the mists all around,
and I know
the mud is wet, and the
that's over here.
temperature is
Copper.
chilly but not
Copper.
to the point of freezing.
Look at copper.
And you have spent, not in this particular forest, but a lot of time in the smallish woods, a bit more south of here, and feels a bit like home. You sink in into your own thoughts, and time, the passage of time escapes you for a bit. But you kind of raised from your stupor as there are some crunchy footsteps carefully coming up from behind.
She immediately pulls her dagger and meets the eyes of whoever is coming.
The rugged features of Milliboy, a little bit surprised, like both of his hands comes up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Is this a bedtime?
Didn't we teach you in Wallaki to not sneak up on a lady?
I mean, I wasn't really sneaking. I don't even know how to do that.
I can teach you.
I would appreciate that, actually. I kind of know
I don't have enough wood.
of the people inside of the tower. The Vistani, not Vistani. The girl that was named Saint somehow.
I'm gonna get a little bit of it.
And the big dragon without wings in humanoid form. Well, I never met them per se, but
Map.
they helped me. And
Do you have a point, mister?
well, I don't actually know who you are.
Red, black.
Oh. How impolite of me. I am Hamatia. A pleasure.
Yeah. Illusion.
A pleasure indeed. So, did you just join them?
okay.
Can you do that? Like, they seem
Uh.
like up there when it comes to heroes.
Fair enough.
I tag along. I'm no hero myself, but I do what I can.
Okay. We need to start doing it.
So you must be very strong then too.
Strong how? If you take a look at me, you see I'm pretty weak.
Strong in the way that matters.
We have a good amount
Hmm.
here. I mean,
Perhaps. But you shouldn't count me among them. I'm not. I'm just here for the ride.
it's gonna get higher.
I see. He looks down on his feet. A hand like moves up to like scratch behind his ear. Looks extremely uncomfortable.
It's hurting.
Well, Sir Aspen, I think it's her name, helped me a bit, but I still feel a little bit tingly. Hey, listen, did you know the little one? I heard something
Control left.
bad happened to the little one.
Yes, something quite terrible. I'm afraid he's no
Shit.
longer with us.
Yeah, I need to burn the fucking things. Okay.
Do you know what happened to him?
Yes,
Wait for this to finish, actually.
they
Efficiency.
pissed off the wrong
I just put all of the
person,
here.
and that person demanded retribution through his
And that's my turn. Oh, yeah.
death,
I feel fuck.
and that's what happened. The heroics have a price here in Barovia, and you better be willing to pay them if you wish to be a hero.
I'm thinking of switching over to
I don't.
Steam.
I don't deserve that. I just want to make something right. So it had
Listen.
nothing to do with the church, I hope.
Not the church, no. You don't think so?
Oh, really? Are you sure? Nothing?
No, not I'm pretty sure on that point of knowledge. Alright, do you have anything against the church? Did something happen there?
Against it?
Something weird?
No, I love Saint Andral. It's my second home after the orphanage, of course.
Yeah.
So, why did you go for the church as the first suspect?
Okay.
He looks away. Very furrowed brow.
Okay, listen here, buddy.
Boiler.
I am practically a dead woman walking. Within 2 months, I'll be in the ground, or charred alive. So,
Right.
if you have any sort of secret, you can spill it here, and you
Into wire.
can be sure that I am going to take it with me to the next world.
Wait, now I can
Okay?
I don't need to recon that. I can just do this. Take inserters, burn or inserters? What's the difference?
I did not really realize what I was doing until after I felt.
Well, just
The
transfer
consequences.
elements.
It's not. I don't know. I don't know if it's a secret, really, but I don't want to be burdened with it. It's-
Put that on my hardware.
When
If it will... Yes,
do-
go ahead.
my younger brother,
Right.
adopted younger brother, another orphan, Felix, I learned, I had no idea he was sick. I knew that he was not well psychologically. But there were apparently some kind of,
So
I don't even know what to call it, confrontation
with a bunch of these.
by these strange people in the tower and Felix.
Burners, I guess.
And there was some kind of entity, something within him that was feeding from my vitality, and that's why I was sick.
Right. This is not doing anything right.
And Felix, I didn't know at the time, but now I'm pretty sure that whatever inhabited Felix scared away
Break these.
Laszlo and Franz and Hans from the orphanage. They just took their things and left Vallaki in the middle of the night, deciding that somehow the wilderness out here would be safer than Saint Andral and the orphanage. They could have gone anywhere else in Vallaki. They could have hidden away, but no.
That's this one sits
They were spotted by a guard, but they couldn't keep up. They just ran out in the forest in the middle of the night.
No, there's coal already in them.
Are you looking for them right now? Is that why you're here
So
right now?
you can wait.
Well, I was originally sent out by Father Lucian to check up on Felix and Jessica at the small fishing hamlet that Sir Asfred had left them at. But when I couldn't find them, I felt like I have failed again to protect them. You know, they all call me Big Brother, but I don't deserve
I
that.
can't double split. Wait, no.
Not after all of this. I haven't been able to protect them at all. And me trying to
Now we need to
scrunch up some money to get those 2 wolf hunters to track them down. Why did I accept that? That stupid job.
Yes.
Taking the bones.
We need water for that.
Don't they know? Don't they know it was me?
Maybe get some piping.
Why are they not mad at me? Why did Sir Asfred heal me? Why am I not dead right now? Shouldn't heroes kill the villain?
God, you are not the villain of this story, my friend.
I made Vallaki unsafe.
You didn't make anything unsafe. Lucky was never safe. You're out here looking for your siblings. That's
There was
commendable.
a tangible power to the bones, and I took the last one that remained. And I failed to realize that something was going on with Felix until it was too late.
How are you supposed to know? You're just some boy. How old are you? You did your best and maybe you failed. But you still did something. My sister wouldn't bat an eye if I get mauled by a burr in her sight. She would laugh at it. So, hearing you saying that you were a bad brother, that just ain't in my book. I think you are a great brother, and I didn't know half of his names you mentioned. If you're out here, and if you're looking for them, You're not a villain.
Right.
Because you're not here for yourself, are you?
Then I'm just a weak fool.
We're polluting a lot right now.
No. No, listen here.
Like I'm kind of scared of
His
mobs.
eye clenched his fist and they're kind of shaking at this point.
She is going to take his hands and say,
Their areas. Okay.
"You're here, trying your very best. Maybe it's not enough, but you can make it enough.
Okay.
There is still hope, and even if it's hard, even if it hurts, even if your heart feels like it's burning, even if your stomach is turning, you need to push forward. Always.
How?
If that's
There's no hope left.
Okay, but we will still.
why.
We still need to talk.
You can still look for. We're out here in Barovia. You just need to find the right place.
Saint Andral's last bone was the last hope we had to protect ourselves against the devil. And I didn't realize
So I put
that the legend was true. But it was.
these things.
And I acted on my instinct. I acted on my need to try and protect them, try and making it right. And what did I do? I made things exponentially worse.
This.
That just happens sometimes.
Oh, this way. Oh, here.
I tried to smile and I tried
Oh,
to
you did
just
too.
find these kids. And I guess what that was a adrenaline rush. And I was so scared. I was so scared she would
Like this, because it would
hit me.
minimize later efficiency. So I can just
But they
do
don't
like
seem
this.
to know. And it's just... It's eating me up alive.
I know that feeling all too well, my friend.
And then I go, well, is it doing anything right now? Oh, push.
There's nothing you can do about it until you find them.
Here. And it requires what?
You have a goal. You have a purpose. Now
Oh, and the power.
you need to push, no matter how hard
But
it hurts.
But in reality, I pushed. I had a purpose. And I took actions that were complete. How do I know that I'm doing the right thing?
Oh, is that
Because
what
so
it is?
far I just ended
I was
up
just
doing
thinking
the wrong
this,
thing. How do you do it?
like that.
You and them. How do you win at the end of the day?
So I need to do like this because I can
You just
no, in,
stick full together. I'm asking myself the same question every day. I mean, I've made some mistakes myself, mistakes that cost people's lives.
yeah, consumption.
It wasn't
60 a second.
actions that cost them their lives like he did. It was
Yeah.
my own inaction that did it. And let me tell you something. Once you screw up in this magnitude once,
So
you know to not do so again.
then, and then get.
Ask your really shredded gut and just do what you think is right until it is right, because eventually it will be. You're not a bad person. You've made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Nix makes mistakes. Leah made mistakes. As for that, probably made a few mistakes, even though I can't really imagine it. It's just trial and error. Which is weird, but that's how it is in my humble opinion.
There's like a pained smile on his lips, and he grabs one of your hands in his and kind of like holds on, not like to the point where it's painful, but you know, definitely holds on
Yes.
determinedly. I fear that even if I'm doing the right thing, finally made the right decision, I won't have the power to see it through. Like, I am nobody. I have no power like you guys have. The things that you do is breathtaking. And I can't live with what I have done. And I cannot make right what I've done. Please, please. Help me save them. Help me save my brothers. I cannot, but maybe you can. Please, please. Please be my hero.
Ah. Oh shit. Let me do something.
Okay. And then we need the same thing. I'm taking them out.
Hamatia's face grows paler than usual, and she quickly jerks her arm away from him and says, I am not the hero you're looking for. You can ask them, but not me.
If there is no way of knowing if you're doing the right thing, if it's just trial and error, and if we are the same, that we both of us has done something that we deeply regret, there is still one major difference between us. If you're able to keep up with them, that means you have a talent, you have a power, and you can use that power.
Then we can.
I am powerless,
It's
but you can fix this.
How is this not mining right now?
You can make right whatever you have done, and you can help me make right whatever I have done.
I can never make right what I've done. The people I had to make right to them are now buried in the ground. But
Then what am I supposed to do?
we can help you. I swear to you, if it's in my power to help the people you are looking for, I will.
I could just actually remove this one and put it.
But when we get them back,
Just like a
You-
shake of breath.
have to promise me something. You'll take care of them. You'll be a good brother. You'll love them, and you'll make them feel safe.
Oh, that has never changed. Always. Always.
Good. Then once again, if it's within my power to help, then I will. I will give it everything that I have, even if it's not a lot.
I don't... How can I even... Thank you. Thank you.
Come here. She's gonna give him a little hug.
Is a lot to taller than you are, so it's a little bit awkward. We're kind of like,
Yeah, now she's just gonna grab his belly, but she can't really wrap his short arms around his like ripped chest.
Hey, thank you for being a good brother.
it's the least I can do. The absolute least.
Yes. I'm gonna drop a.
Meanwhile,
What?
Okay.
we have cast a ritual spell,
Can I do this?
I presume.
And then
We did.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
indeed. There's a book in Elvish, a book in Dwarven, some obscure like dialects of the, different of these, and Markish. That was a little bit hard to understand. Oh, what else? Like languages can we throw in there? Gnomish as well, of course, but that one you did need help with. But they were all kind of discussing the same topic in various forms, which is like the physiology and slaying of creatures. There's a book about traps, a book about like hunting, how to take care of equipment, that kind of deal. That's the kind of the books that are concentrated on the desk itself. Then in the stacks of books that are kind of to the side, there seems to be more like general history and politics and geography and things like that.
I'm gonna like keep or like put in my bag reference books in whatever language they are relating to hunting of either werewolves or vampires, or both.
Okay.
And traps as well.
Okay, I would say over the course of an hour, you can quickly like ruffle through the books and take roughly all the books of those topics. There might have been, something that you missed. It's a lot of material going through, but you take the majority of what you find. If it's accurate and how much of it, you're not certain of as of yet. But indeed, you have an assortment of books about trapping and slaying monsters, of which all of them seem to mention vampires and werewolves that you took. Coolio.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Julie? No, that's not your name. Illyria. And Aspida, are you doing anything during this time as
I mean,
Nyx is focused at the desk?
probably going through some of the rest of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like where we haven't looked before.
There seems to be some general like items, like a laundry kind of like tub, and like just a laundry board hasn't been used. There's assortment of different kinds of clothing for a female inside of the open trunk. Some are washed, some are in need of a wash. Some are like heavy, sturdy traveling clothing. Some is nondescript casual clothing, and some are very vibrant and very similar to Vistani. What you've seen of the Vistani. There's some general crates with some general items like sheets and groceries and everyday tools and items. But there's still that smaller rectangular trunk that was locked that you haven't been able to investigate. Yes?
Nix is also a person who can pick locks, so
became similar.
Mhm.
Well, you might be able to disturb him for a minute after the casting of comprehend languages, because I think comprehend languages last like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While
feeling Ezzy stuff.
I was thinking exactly
I'm
the
sorry?
same thing.
Should we be taking Ezzy stuff? We're going through it.
Well, I don't know if there's anything here that is of any worth to you, to us, to help us in our plight, but I planned on leaving a note within this book for Esmeralda should she return.
I need to get the pack.
Kind of feels icky to carry the smutty book of your cousin. Clearly she needs
Smutty
it.
book.
It's this book called The Book of Desires. It's not exactly the most inspired title, but if that's what gets her her drive running, you know. Clearly well used. Insatiable, shall we say. So I was gonna plan to leave a note in there, and I don't know if Esmeralda will come back here, but if there is any sort of things here that potentially could aid her, we probably shouldn't just like ransack the place, unless there's something of particular worth. You wanted me to look at something?
I mean, chest here is locked, but
Mm-hmm.
probably for good reason.
Well, it's hard to say if a random chest is that of perhaps a Fidetov origin or it's Esmeralda's, but it probably makes sense to double check just in case. Kind of had my fill of lightning for a while.
well, if not lightning, it could be needles like Rictavio's or Richtin's.
I hadn't thought about that, and now I'm even more afraid.
Which is why I didn't do anything to it.
Right. Well, I mean, where's Thad when you need him? I'll take a look.
Oh, do be careful when you do.
Is that a threat or care?
No, How is that a threat?
You know, be careful, because you know what happens if you don't. Kind of thing.
Well, yes, because I don't want you to be stabbed by surprise needles.
That's good to know. I will I'll walk over to the chest and do a hack and investigate
Okay.
to see if it's like Fidetov, like, you know, is it trapped, I guess, before I poke around with my little lockpicks.
Okay. Make me an investigation check as you prod.
I will, and I got a 24.
Wah!
Woohoo!
You actually managed to find on the side of the box, inscribed into one of the like metal bands that goes around the whole trunk. There's a little etched symbol of a scroll and a crossbow crossed with each other. There doesn't seem to be any obvious traps around, but the actual mechanism for the lock itself is hefty.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel confident enough that if I'm gonna try and pick this lock, that I'm not gonna get either needles or lightning in my face.
You don't find any Coptic runes, nor do you find any like hidden compartments that would suddenly open up and spray fire in your face or needles. No.
Right. Okay. And then I will look back to the other two and give like a thumbs up and say, I think I've got this. And I like pat myself on the chest and cast myself guidance.
All right.
And I will do the heckin' fiddlin'.
Fiddle away.
What do I roll for this?
This will definitely be
Dexterity.
I would actually say this one is cunning. This lock is more. It's quite complicated. It's sharp. It's really well made. It's not really about dexterity in this case, but figuring out the opposite of what the lock wants you to do, basically. So let's do subterfuge with cunning.
Right. So that. No. Oh, start research. Yeah.
If it's not like about like poking and prodding, then I look back to the others and say, look, I think it's more about figuring it out, like a little bit of a puzzle. So I don't know. One of you want to give me a hand?
Sure.
All right. Yeah, sure. Kind of lean in, like using your tools. You kind of like prod the inside of this lock, and you like listen very intently to, gears and like metally parts moving around inside as you like push in different areas, and see as some things like move physically of like the lock itself. Seems to be like 4 different parts, and this will take like 10 minutes to make the first roll, like going through it all. But yeah, let's do it with advantage and guidance.
22.
22. Well, the DV was a 20. But it takes time, but eventually, and there's a little bit of swearing involved, and like, wait, if I do this, it's a little bit like assembling IKEA furniture.
But of course it is.
It's, you need to look at the description and then like turn it upside down and then back again, and like, where is my power tool? Like, where's that little weird L-shaped tool? And you bicker back and forth and like discuss your different plans of attack with each other, and eventually it opens up.
The smell of crayfish coming from the log.
Sister me.
Yes.
And inside, you excitedly find another box. But this one only have like simple like clasps on both ends. It's wooden and it's more square, and it's padded in the middle of this trunk. And it just sits there.
I'll step away and say, well, there you go. Urios, those books are calling my name, so be right back.
Yes. Illyria, as you kind of like lean over and look into the trunk itself, looking at this strange lacquered wooden box, there's a strange smell of
Electronic
floral perfume with something with like a very sickly sweet undertone.
Oh, I was gonna say that Asphodel was gonna do something else in all that 10 minutes.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah. Oh, right. What do you want to do?
Yeah, because I just didn't want to interrupt like Illyria doing her thing. So I
Okay,
just,
no.
yeah.
We will
Okay.
pull back time just for you. If I can turn back time.
Okay. Oh. In that time where they were finagling with the lock chest, Asphoda is actually gonna like take a look back at that map, and specifically the parts of where Esmeralda was trying to find those like werewolves, those stray dogs.
All right.
And if there is a piece of empty parchment anywhere on this desk,
Yeah, like you have Esmeralda's notebook itself, where she used to fill like a third of it. There are several pages that you can rip out the page.
She will rip one of the back pages out.
All right.
It's for a good cause. It's just a piece of parchment. She'll take one out, and with the messy inkwell and pen, she is going to copy the map that doesn't have any of her like trails just yet, but just so there's a map of the area to refer to that they can take with them.
Oh, yeah. I will let you like have this whole map if you want to take it. Like you just, but there will be probably more interest in you if Nyx translates the Infernal of the notebook, because that one specifically like talks about trails that she has traveled in the area hunting the strays.
Okay, yeah. She'll can ask when she sees Nyx isn't particularly busy. That way she can reference, what she says to the map, like where has she gone. So more specifics on the area. She's not like the whole of this map, per se. Actually, she's just gonna rip out another piece of parchment, get the whole of this map.
Okay.
and on this one, the more specifics of this area to refer to.
Okay.
With backing from Esmeralda's notes.
We're gonna spend time like a little bit loosely, like here, like it's a little bit fluid, but at some point you will be able to get Nick's attention, if it was now or if it was later, where he translates the notebook and you have the map in front of you as a reference, and you become wiser about the area, this woods around you, and where to look. That will benefit you in the future.
Alright.
Nyx was gonna sketch down the whole map, or even take the map if necessary.
Yeah, I imagine that you kind of copy over to the map that you already have started working on, and you just added to the areas that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, tag team effort.
Yay! All right. So then, Illyria, you are alone with this box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You muted Illyria. Julie.
The box doesn't look like it's gonna zap me, right?
Do you want to do an investigation check?
Yes.
Alright, then make me an investigation check.
That's I wanna say +1. Yes. Actually, no. +2. I'm smart.
Do we put the smelters in one area?
Are you?
Absolutely not.
Ooh! You know all about boxes.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Boxologist.
The dimensions, the type of wood, the everything.
Yeah,
There has been a lot of things. It's my fault. So, you have seen some enchanted items with your parents. You've actually seen your parents enchant in the past. And, you first of all, you kind of prod the thing, which is something else, so you don't touch it to see if it's safe to move it, and then you lift it up. It's kind of
Yeah, same.
yeah, a little bit less than half a meter times a little bit less. Yeah, it's completely square, so a bit 40 centimeters times 40 centimeters times 40. It's pretty heavy. There's something inside. it seems to move. Like a rather big object in there seems to move a little bit as you like move the box itself. And underneath the box, you can actually find this very, very fine engraving of Coptic runes and an arcane circle with like inlaid silver in it. Quite fancy. And in the bottom there's another insignia of the scroll bow. However, it's not a light. There's no gleam or shine or any kind of like an aura coming from it or energy coming from it. This is an enchantment that has been prepared, but there has been no souls put into it, so it's not activated. So it could have been, but it's not.
Good. I opened the box.
The interior is very like spacey. There is this satin interior once again, like this perfect groove for this big item, and the item itself is a preserved severed head.
Excuse me?
Well. Look at what Illyria opened in the floral smelling box.
It is a male head, with a blue coloration, a pretty lighter blue, and with two a little bit smaller horns that kind of crawl a little bit back. And the ears are full of bangles of different metals and kinds. And the eyes are closed. It's not actively rotting, but seems to have rotted a little bit. You're looking at the embalmed head of a tiefling.
What?
In their like later years, little bit like middle age kind of period.
What the? Guys?
Did you find something?
I found something, alright.
And that being, I mean, I love playing the pronoun game, but what is
Well,
the something?
A severed, embalmed head.
Well, that does. Asphodus stands right up to go look at this head.
Yeah, you look inside the box and you see a tiefling male severed head.
Well, it's no Nyx, that's for sure.
Wait, what?
It's a tiefling.
Yes, I am a tiefling.
No, the head.
No, the head is also a
head.
tiefling. Was a tiefling?
Has been a tiefling?
Yes.
Both of these into assemblies.
Please tell me it's not moving.
It hasn't yet.
Wait, what do you mean yet?
I don't know if this starts moving or not. I hope it won't.
I don't mean like jiggling it about kind of moving. I mean moving on its own.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It hasn't yet.
So you're not going to jiggle it.
Don't
That seems
jiggle.
very disrespectful.
I agree.
Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
Right, no jiggling of the head. But
God, I missed you guys.
Slightly concerned that someone I know. It's not Esmeralda's head, is it?
No, it's
No, it is a male.
like middle-aged-ish, maybe.
Nyx kind of tentatively, very gingerly steps forward to see if he knows whose head it belongs to.
Make me an intelligence check with advantage.
It doesn't make any difference if it's with advantage with Nyx's intelligence.
So it's basically up to fate, but slightly better odds.
Slightly better fate.
Yeah.
13.
13. There's a vague recognition
Wait, let me try.
that you have seen these features before. They're definitely a Vistani, but you saw them at some point in your youth, and you can't really connect it.
No, wait, I have an
Hi.
idea here.
Clearly the Vistani, not just a tiefling. You can tell. Not from the Tsepul people as far as I'm aware. Maybe from Valaki camp. I couldn't say, but I wouldn't say he's someone I know.
But
Maybe I've seen him once or twice in my childhood, but you know, the Vistani get around.
Well, you've all made that quite clear, yes. But is there one that you say Esmeralda had a fondness to have this?
I mean, Esmeralda had a fondness to many of Vistani, but
But like this?
I wouldn't really. I mean, Esmeralda is a little bit different than what I remember her to be growing up, and it's hard for me to say if she's gotten so far as to keep a lover's head in a jar in her room. I would like to say no, but we cannot say. I mean, maybe she likes a little head around.
Aswada gives Nyx a look, and then crane her head to the side a bit so that she can get a view of the Book of Desires, and then look back at Nyx. Are you suggesting necrophilia?
No.
be the first time.
I understand. Quite clear that Vistani particularly love your throes of passion. But this seems a bit on the extreme end of the scale.
I would agree, Asfada. And let me reassure you that Vistani prefer the blood to be pumping, if you get my drift.
Well, I would hope so.
So, in terms of who this is and why it's here, why is it embalmed, and why is it within a ornately difficult locked chest?
Not only that, there's an enchantment on the box, but there's no souls in it.
Yeah, Bexxy. Is Asfada aware of some spells regarding to, speaking with dead things, making the dead talk? Is she aware of such spells?
There are clerics to Boreas that is move with your order or is in your order that sometimes utilizes these tricks to investigate the vampire threat.
Okay. Well, if anything, I don't know if this spell is enchanting or otherwise, but I am aware that there are clerics in the Argan Purifiers who know of such spells that make the dead talk.
What?
Yes, they use them to learn about the details of a vampiric or undead attack. And well, as you can guess, you'd want a body that looks like it still can talk. And well, our friend here is in that condition.
Okay. I mean, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Instead of having to worry about whether or not someone is going to talk, you just kill them first and then ask them to talk later. But there's nothing I can do. It's a little icky. If I'm honest, I might ask Ezzy exactly if maybe she's not a part of this. Maybe she is. Either way, it's a lot of questions. And so close to a smutty book, it's certainly many questions.
In a locked chest, even.
Well, as I was looking around it, it did have the emblem of the vampire hunters, so who knows? I can only hope, actually, that maybe this was Van Richten's and not Ezzy's, and Ezzy just didn't manage to open it. I will hope that. Yes, that's exactly what this is.
Then, should we leave it here then?
Unless you want to carry a head around with you.
Well, I have been, call me paranoid, but I say to leave the head here. Who knows what knowledge or if Strahd can garner anything from this one's face that he can take advantage of.
Smart choice. We won't get the head just carrying it around.
And on that note of making smart decisions, let's go for a short break.
Woohoo!
Refill your glasses and go to the toilet, pet your pets, and come back ready. And for another hour, I think.
That's good. I'm not sure I have the brain capacity.
I am very tired myself. I know what it is. I think it's in my chaotic energy. But okay, let's do the things and come back ready. All right,
Time for chocolate milk.
Woo! Eggs, chocolate milk, and alcohol. At least for me.
That is certainly a mix of things.
It's a mix of things. Indeed. I'll be right back, Chad.
Beep, beep, beep. Boop, boop, boop.
Alright, I'm here. I think there is a Bailey's flavor for that. Egg? I don't think so, but chocolate milk? Chocolate
Bailey's? Like Bailey's Irish cream liqueur?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Please leave my couch. I think my dad is upset with me.
What's upset with you?
Welcome back.
Oh no.
Let me just say it's so fun to have Hemisite and Hugo in the chat, and Silent came and said hello. And it's so fun also to see oh yeah, and Veramos too.
Mesty.
Indeed. It's so fun to see you guys also participate in the chat. Talk to people. And I cannot. It's very cute. Very cute. Like it.
You should have seen my earlier when I left for school.
What do you mean?
This is copper.
Well, I usually am only away like I don't usually like leave. I only have like 3 days of school a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she just went on my desk and went to lie down. And the look of betrayal when I had to get up to go to French class.
Oh. Like the look of betrayal when I leave the bed in the morning to open it
Yeah.
on a Sunday, the restaurant. Ooh.
There's one space here. Why does it feel like this?
We've had the worst luck right now in the restaurant. They decided to update the system. So
Oh.
2 weeks ago, like in the middle of the week, yeah, Thursday, not last week, but before that, I learned a whole new cashier system.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
there has been cascading problems that started to really manifest this weekend, where orders were either A, not accepted as in payment, 2, didn't show up on the delivery computer, or 3, didn't show up in the kitchen computer, or 4, didn't show up anywhere.
That's a lot
no.
of problems for your cashier system.
So I had, it turned out to be really okay because I just turned off the self-serving kiosks and the drive-through and just minimized the issues by just taking orders verbally. So I talked to like 200 people this weekend. So if the delivery computer stopped working, I could by memory recall what needed to be done. But today we tried to turn on the drive-through and the self-serving kiosks, and then everything went to shit.
Okay, look,
And the problem is, you're just gonna say what the problem is. Like, these are the heads of a huge restaurant chain, IT guys. They put in a Windows 10 program on Windows 7 computers.
Oh.
I don't think nobody gave them the memo. Is what I'm hearing. Nobody told them.
And I also know that the head of IT for all of Scandinavia resigned this weekend.
Oh no.
No! They knew!
And so there's no, leadership of IT anymore, and we're having all of these issues. Yay.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a
It's a feature, fuck. Complete and utter chaos being a feature. Oh, God.
So you're saying there's a vacancy?
Hey! I know, I would never do that to you. Please, no. Don't. It's not worth it.
It matches my pay grade.
It's
So.
not worth it. That too. Anyway. So that's what was my weekend. That's why I'm a little bit weird.
I mean, you are weird, but you're good weird.
Well, thank you, I guess.
You're good weird. Yeah. Being weird is good.
No, yeah, I don't like being mainstream because that's boring. But weird for me, I guess. I'm a little bit out there today, but it's okay. I'm having fun. Just a little bit fried. Okay, let's get into it, folks. Alright, so, Nyx is poring over books. Asphodai is furiously recreating her maps and making notes to herself and getting used to the lay of the land. And Lyria is dealing with the head.
Yes. But
Yes.
outside of that, though,
Uh-huh.
are we because I don't know what else to do, because that's what it would be done after copying the map. It's yep,
Alright.
I think that's it.
I'm just
Oh,
checking if you
her.
guys want to do something else.
I think we've checked almost everything other than there was a healer's kit or something and a tourniquet, right?
Mm-hmm. You were.
But if there's nothing out of the ordinary there, I don't think it would be more than just like a quick like.
Yeah, like there has been items out of the healer's kit that has been used. But if you like save the healer's kit and like put it back together, you will be able to get a healer's kit with 5 uses left.
We need that. I think we have. Right?
Well, my healer's kits are diminishing. I only have, let's see here, a rifle through his inventory, 4 more uses. So if you can top that up, that would be good.
Steel, possibly? Most likely a very good idea.
There was some armor in the corner. I saw that. I mean, not entirely sure. It's something if you can even wear, but it seems strange that, well, Esmeralda doesn't wear armor, as far as I know. I mean, she could enjoy a 7th head too, so who knows what's up with that girl. No one else around here can wear such suits of armor, so I'm curious as why it's here.
Decoration? Maybe it was here when she acquired this tower and saw it more hassle to get it out than leave it.
Well, this tower is Van Richten's, so whatever is here should fall into that category, but even that, I don't see Van Richten wearing armor.
Asphoda is gonna inspect this armor. Kinda like see if she can remove the head and look inside, and maybe there's something like hidden or written in the armor itself.
Oh, okay.
A squirrel in there, perhaps?
make me a perception intelligence.
Ooh, a roll. Perception intelligence. No, that's just perception.
What?
Oh my god!
Okay. All right. So first of all, this armor is in pristine condition. It is sadly smaller than what you are, but there's a nameplate on it that's quite obvious that you just needed like a 5 to be able to spot on this rule. That says Bert. As you open up the helmet, you see in kind of like the candlelight there beside you, a rather intricate Coptic enchantment on the inside of the armor.
Bert. And then
As soon as you say the word Bert, suddenly the armor moves. The right hand moves up into a salute.
Oh my god. Is this like a medieval Alexa?
Asma is kind of like her eyes kind of widen as she's still holding the head
Yeah,
of this
you had to
armor.
like duck out of the way a little bit as that orc of the metal hand comes up, and you're like, oh my god, are we fighting? What's happening? And then you see her like stand there with the hand up in the air, saluting you.
Hello, Bert. At ease.
The armor does a quick hand wave and then moves down his arm and goes back to being unmoving.
She puts the helmet back on Bert.
Okay.
She kind of like makes sure it's straight, you know.
Oh, yeah, like squiggle a little bit, like.
Yeah. And she turns around to look at the rest of the party. I think we're done here.
Wait. I mean, you said his name and they obeyed you like an enchanted suit of armor?
In a way, yes.
What can he do?
Well, I'm not certain, but I can only assume, as you say, as much as a suit of armor can do.
I mean, are you not curious to know the extent of such a thing?
I am, admittedly. However, the more time I tinker with this, the less time we are out there finding helpless children from packs of ravenous dogs.
I mean, that's true. I just curious, maybe, I don't know if he's bound to this location or not.
I think we should try to figure out more about it.
Like if we were to say, hey, Bert, why don't you protect us for, ever? Would that be suitable? Suitable?
As soon as you say the name Bird, he salutes you. Or it salutes you.
He salutes me. Bert,
Would it only salute?
make the bed.
With quite robotic movements, Bert moves from the corner over to the bed and starts to make it.
Aspera is just putting her hand over her eyes, just like, what the hell? A suit of armor making her bed.
Do you reckon Bert can fight?
I don't know, but I mean, this is certainly curious. I mean, I don't know if there is a reason for it to be here. I wonder if we can take it with us.
Oh, we should try. Illyria, okay. Illyria is gonna stand in front of it.
Mm-hmm. After it's made a bed. Because
Hospital corners.
Because
how good is it?
the vigor is high. The execution could be better.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you finish with this task, Illyria, it kind of goes back to where it always stands and stands still. Goes back to,
And Illyria says, Bert, hit me.
Oh, Lord.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, it's not grabbing items.
It's got a plus 28 strength modifier.
Yeah.
Already a quarter of your health down. Oh god, did he max damage or something?
Critical one.
Oh no!
Didn't really want to
Bird kind of swings widely and falls down on one knee, just completely out of balance.
Okay.
Stands up again and kind of dusts off his shoulder, a little bit embarrassed, and goes back to standard.
Wait, does the armor elicit
Illyria
emotions?
has armor on the shoulder and just
This is a whole nother level here. Do we have an actual sentient suit of armor that feels bad about its failures?
Oh my god.
I mean, it was unnecessary to brush off his own shoulder and kind of look down on the ground a bit sheepishly, but could it be programmed to do that? Who knows?
But feel better about yourself.
Bird takes on a Superman stance.
Bert? Do you want to come with us?
3 naps?
The head cocks to the side. Nothing else.
Yes. I can definitely agree.
It's curious as well why it's here. I'm not entirely sure it'd be that much of a helpful for Bert to come with us. It'll be a pain in the ass unless someone takes care of it. It's like a pet,
I mean, I don't think Bert needs food. Bert, do you need food?
It is a suit of armor,
It's
Illyria.
That's what I mean! We don't need to feed it!
So why do you need to ask it?
I do have to do one more check here. That makes a difference. After I give this, don't give him any like other commands immediately. Okay. Bert, please extinguish one candle from the other room.
3-armed operation? You're insane!
Bert walks over to the ledge, looks down on the elevator, lifts up a leg, and then physically can't put it down on the elevator. Puts it back down on the ground, walks over like counterclockwise to the other side. Does the same thing. Nothing happens. Walk over to the other side. Tries to step onto the elevator. Can't seem to do it. Goes over to the third side. Does the same thing. And goes in a circle in front of your eyes. Like this.
I don't think Bert can leave.
Well,
Yeah.
in that case, at ease, Bert.
Bert salutes and goes back to the standard.
I wonder if it would be possible to like give it a command to act upon later. Like, can we ask Bert to, when Esmeralda returns, do something then?
Like, point to the note you've left in her Book of Desires.
Perhaps, yes.
Well, only one way to find out, not that we'll be here to see it.
That is so much.
Bert, when I clap my hands, do a hop.
Yes.
I wait a few seconds, and then I clap my hands.
Bert jumps, and the floorboards underneath make a creaking sound that makes your heart jump a bit.
Okay, let's leave Ezzy with Bert a command. So should Ezzy return, that he points to the note underneath the blankets of the reasonably well-made bed. But you're right, Asfadar.
I'll go get her.
There are children waiting for us, and if there's anything more that we want to do here, make it quick.
Yes.
Plus, Samati is outside, waiting for
Yeah,
us.
we should keep going.
Yeah. Aswad is gonna already be on the platform to be lowered.
I will write a note on a spare piece of parchment or tear it out of her journal.
The third piece of parchment.
Oh my god.
Desecrated journal. And I'll let you know what it is as I go over, put it into the Book of Desires, put it underneath the blanket, and I tell Bert when Essie comes back to hand her the Book
Yeah, you can join in.
of Desires.
Okay.
She's gonna be so weirded out.
Mm-hmm. She's like, please read to me. Last know
Okay.
of this thing called lust.
They have been up there for like 1.5 hours at this point, Harmonia.
Are you done there yet?
You shout to nobody.
Coming! He said to nobody. Like,
At this point, Millibor has kind of left you and gone to like sit down on the pier over here, just like watching the water, just waiting. Like taking up a few pebbles or sometimes like throwing them in.
Yeah, we got more.
Anything in particular you do this time rather than just waiting?
So
I'm just waiting
efficient here.
very,
Not-
very impatiently
Um,
to complete that.
this is.
All right.
unacceptable.
Make me a perception composure.
Perception
Give
composure.
me some numbers.
As
I'm gonna make another.
Nix, Illyrian, Asvada listens to elevator music.
14.
Okay.
Yeah. We're researching that. We're researching. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The elevator is notoriously slow. You're moving down it
Yes.
takes roughly 5 seconds for 1 meter, and you're traveling like 20. So I'm trying to calculate that. Wait, 5 times 20, 200 seconds. Okay, like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, basically. Yeah, 2 minutes. A minute passes, and then Harmadia, there's like a little bit of like an open area right in front of you. There might be like 10 meters or so further, and then like the wall of trees are. Let's go for a more cinematic view, actually. So it's a little bit easier.
Like cinematic views.
Why?
Because they mean that you're going to bring the
Make
pain.
me more potions. No, wait, you can't.
Not necessarily. You don't know me.
Make me potions.
I think I have a pretty good idea of you.
Just admit you like to cause us pain. And we are here because we like the pain.
Breaking out of the foliage, you know, the few meters ahead where you see the forest edge is a blur of leather items and purple skin.
Created a monster.
Oh.
And
Why is the game music so loud?
this woman with horns, her hair tied up in a kind of braid. She is muddy, she is bloody, and she is running full speed towards you.
Could be good. Logistics too could also.
Oh
be
shit. She's gonna pull the. She's gonna pull the dagger. She's gonna try to look for anything that might chase after her. Lady, do you need some help? Excuse me. Hello?
She skids to like a stop. Her face has always been facing not towards you, like either from the ground, like from stopping her from falling over, or she has been looking over her shoulder this whole time. But the sound makes her slow down and looks over to you sharply. Who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? What the fuck are you? What is
Okay.
What are you?
Hi, I am Hamathia. I am waiting here. I'm someone?
She continues, then running towards you. Okay, you don't seem immediately dangerous. That's really good. But friend, you're in the worst case scenario right now. You shouldn't be here. And then behind her, there snarls and low growls as several different sizes of dog-like creatures exit the forest behind her.
Oh no.
In pursuit.
Nix! Illyria! Asphoda! We have company!
This is kind of like you guys right now listening to elevator music.
Do we hear her though?
No, you did everything.
Oh, that would actually, because the stone and the door, there are some open windows though. No, you can hear. Milliboy stands up, also really worried. Yes.
It's not like we can make the elevator go faster.
Oh,
It's kind of like
No.
What's the drop looking like, DM?
Right now, you're a little bit more than halfway through, so you've just passed the third floor, going to the second, a little bit further down below that. So you're looking at floorboards underneath you, and then like 4 meters more of a drop. So like 8 in total, with some floorboards in the way.
Oh lord, 80 meters?
No, 8.
Eight. Just 8.
Just
not
8.
Oh,
80.
just 8. Oh my god. Okay.
That's like Barad-dûr or something. Holy shit.
Oh, 8 meters? Asphoda is just gonna be like, oh hell no, she jumping off this elevator. Expedite her trip.
Okay. This is Essie, who's standing right here. I've just moved up to you. All right, and Asphoda's gonna jump.
I think Illyria would probably try to jump.
I need a.
Okay. I want everybody who jumps to make me an acrobatics. Well, athletics
What's
dexterity.
that?
Athletics dexterity.
Athletics. Now we're talking.
Dexterity, though.
trying to find it. Athletics.
24.
Oh, look at that.
I
10.
need to make first copper cables.
Are they still charging?
Yeah.
So
There's.
I need first
It's a little bit a lot happening. You can't move that far. I'm sorry.
and
Okay, she's just going to scream out, that's Esmeralda, right?
Yeah.
I have something, just get behind this little narrow passageway, please, thank you, and, if she can, during this time frame, Hamatia will put both of her hands, on the ground, and she will start pulsing this golden energy into the ground. And after one pulse, boom, two pulses, boom, three pulses, the ground up here will start to rumble as vines and thorns come out of it as Martia casts the field thorns thing. Wait, is it called? Hail? No, it's not hail of thorns. It's something with thorns. It's like it's the thing in Solasta, but you know.
Spike growth.
Spike growth. Yeah, she grows spikes.
I like thinking Celeste.
It's Celeste.
Alright.
It's really good though.
It's really, really good in Celeste, yeah. It's a 4-meter radius,
Alrighto.
centered on a point within range. It's a circle, sphere. It's concentration. Oh,
For how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Okay, so she's gonna put it like in a place where
Actually,
she
it's
doesn't
not
get.
concentration.
No, so 4 meter is like here. So she's gonna put it all here and like cover this
4 meter
entire fucking
radius
area.
or 2 meter radius?
4-meter radius.
So she's gonna put it here.
what did you
Alright.
And I need to make a soul check. That's the 21. I'm good. Okay.
So there's something additional that you put into this spell, Bexxy, that the transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. So any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a check to recognize that terrain is hazardous.
Okay, but they had already like broken through.
Okay, if they see it, I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah,
that's
they've,
Yeah,
something
no-
that's
they've
good.
used
No,
this turn to like just run up here from the edge of the forest to
Gotcha,
here.
gotcha. Okay, cool. No, that's fair enough. So it's 2d4
One,
for
two,
every 1 meter it travels through it.
that's...
Wait, no, I don't need a computer.
So she's gonna put it like 4 meters away from. So in this spot. Like here.
Wait, I need to make again.
Here. This is the spot.
So it's
That's basically it, right?
circuits which require electronic
Yep,
circuits and
so that-
circuits require
Perfect.
copper wire and
Yeah.
iron plates.
Yeah. That took a while to calculate. Okay. Yeah, that guy is not gonna run into it if he sees like it happening, so it's gonna be like that.
He needs to get shreked with 2d4. I
She's
think.
saying that she's saying that he hasn't gone through it yet.
No.
Okay.
No, we are not really enter yet combat. These were like last minute actions as things get like closer and we're able to look at the screen for what actually happens. Okay, Asphoda, you take 17 points of damage. Where 12 of that was the bludgeoning damage of impacting the ground below. Like you were heavy in your armor, right? But 5 of that damage was the splinters of breaking through the floor below you. there's some wood in some, parts of you that you don't like to think about, like in your armor. It's really irritating. Illyria, you're a little bit more graceful going through. You still like stinge, your ankle like really hurts when you impact, and you take 7 points of damage.
Oh yeah, I don't need the chests.
But you're down on the ground floor with the 4 golems around you.
I can just grab that.
At least. Not having to wait an additional 2-3 rounds for Nyx to get down. Okay. At this point, seeing this choke point, the tower and Esmeralda and this casting, it being back up, Esmeralda stumbles a little bit backwards, and the guy over here that you've actually faintly recognized from other
This guy.
run-in with werewolves on the road.
This guy.
Wait, I know you. You gave the rite of passage to one of the boys, did you not? Thank you for your services rendered. Now, this time, however, we have no beef with you. It's the purple one we want. Oh, fuck you! You and your rabies family can go fuck themselves, alright?
Hey, there's no need to spill blood today. We're here, we're all civilized werewolf. I think we can come to an understandable solution.
This time, Aspida Illyria, you're able to go outside the door.
All right.
Yeah. And you kind of see this whole scenario over there. You see, I would be happy for this to not end in bloodshed of any of us, but that one over there has been rather foul with my friends.
They can't turn.
Thinking that she's the apex predator of these woods when it's really our pack. You have shed too much blood, and we want some retribution.
Who says apex predator in regard to themselves? That's quite tacky.
You have no
That's
idea
what
what
it
you're
says
talking
as
about,
she-
outsider.
Talks. She just walks beside Esmeralda.
Oh, my
His
morning
halberd.
lord! Aspida!
Hey,
Aspida!
Ezzy.
Lyria, oh my god! Wow, she hugs you, she doesn't care.
Yeah, she hugs Esmeralda to get her pat on the back.
This kind of a jump hug where she just holds on to your neck and dingles her feet a little bit, And then she jumps down oh, ow, I shouldn't have done that. That's really hurtful.
Nyx is still in the elevator. So what are we dealing with?
Oh yeah. Why is being a My life is in danger, cousin, you fuck!
I mean, give Nick some credit. He's quite fragile compared to the two of us.
Oh, that's true. And, it's quite fragile in other ways, I've heard too.
What? I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay, so I don't know how long you've been here, and it's honestly a little bit strange that you have been in there. Because, anyway, if you touch it, everything become electrical, if you noticed.
Oh, yes.
Nyx figured out the thing.
Oh, he did, didn't he? You sucker!
Oh, I'm coming.
I don't think this is the right time at the moment.
Not right now.
All of you shut up! Listen to me! She's dying today!
What was that? I couldn't quite understand you with your miserable dialect.
Can we not fight today, please?
All of the wolves take a step forward as they get a little bit angrier at that comment as the main man here gets a bit more upset. You can see some normal wolves, which are large by themselves. No, actually, these guys are huge.
Big puppers.
Big peppers.
Who's a good boy?
There's a bunch of
I think those
direwolves
good
around.
boys are about to eat us.
I mean, Nix isn't there yet, so
Yeah.
it's a very slow elevator. Jesus.
Yeah, but at this point you managed to stumble out as well.
Exactly. What did you do, Ezzy?
I mean, I think I've done the Morning Lord's work. I don't often that righteous, but in this case, I am. You all deserve to die horribly, you Maggie Mutts. Instead of answering with his words, Gorik seriously growls as a humanoid, which is a little bit strange.
As you didn't say what you think you did, I want to know exactly what you did do.
I've been hunting them for the last couple of days, and let us just say that I've been rather successful.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Good job.
You are so happy.
Yes, of course I am, because I was
worried. I was going a little bit soft, but I think I'm just becoming better each day. Honestly.
Can I remind you? Never mind.
If I do recall about that whole thing with werewolves, it's with you, but not quite I wasn't there for that.
Well, this is a defining moment, everybody. Esmeralda is forced out of hand. And while she seems totally happy with herself, she does not realize of the extra mechanics going on around.
Many fucking wolves are here. Do you want to fight this many wolves right now?
She Asphodel just kind of whispers over to Marc here. Oh, we do have a lightning tower, and maybe they don't know that.
That's why
I get you. I get you.
That's why I ran back here, because it's pretty good, to have as a backup and tunnel them
Everyone in the tower. In the tower, everybody.
And you kind of back away, slowly. But maybe that you're here, maybe we can take them. This was my falling back point, but I mean, I didn't know I had backup. Also, who the fuck is that hot boy over there?
It's Millevoy.
Asphodel will call
I'll introduce you later.
That would be good for
Yeah,
later.
come over here, will you?
Yes, I do. When I come, I'm gonna go into the tower.
Get your ass in that tower.
I will.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I will. Millevoy goes in. He
Valeria will
looks
kind
a
of
little bit upset, but he recognizes when he is outmatched.
Illyria will kind of lean in towards Ezzy and I don't want to see you hurt, and we've more than enough reasons to kill those guys, but there are some political implications that you might need to know about. Let's get in the tower.
Fuck political! They are kidnapping kids, turning them
We
into
know.
monsters. What is it to talk about? Just exterminate the fuckers.
Wait, you need transport lines to make it? No, okay.
Attacking them would be an open declaration of war to start.
What? That's fucking stupid. Why would it be? They hate each other.
Not anymore, is he?
Anymore.
What?
They're together.
Oh, fuck me. No, why could think. Oh. Right, it's been fun, boys. Let's have this date another time. I think things got a little bit too hot and tense between us, and I think it's time for us to cool off, okay? Let's schedule something for another time, okay? We can tangle later. It doesn't matter how long it will take, but I will have your hide, bitch.
There's no need for such language.
Immediately, there's a firebolt in Esmeralda's hand, and she's like, starts stalking forward. Tell me to that again, cunt! Tell me once again!
No.
Please calm down.
No, Esmeralda holds like her hand out for like Esmeralda, and just
Hold
says,
me! Hold me! Yeah, motherfucker!
Yeah, basically, like, holding her, trying to stop her. She's like, trying to push past you with fire in her hand.
He says, God, settle down. Let them run back to their actual bitches, because that's probably the only thing willing to fuck them.
I cannot pop
so
this.
Now,
Take my iron.
let us
I
all
took
go
my-
back into the lightning tower and let them lick their balls,
Take a bit of
as animals
the,
do.
I don't need it.
Gloat how much you want, but in the end, the pack will rule all of Barovia.
I cannot hear but through your horrible mane.
He just flashes
Is
you
it
the
really ruling if you're in somebody else's service?
They are dogs, after all. I'm not surprised that they'll bend their necks down.
You know nothing about loyalty and honor, outsider.
Oh, loyalty, honor of dogs. They'll follow anybody. It's clear
We're
to
not
me that
dogs, we're wolves. Are
No,
you
you're
stupid?
just large
It's more
dogs.
noble than normal. Why would everybody confuses this? It's wolves.
There are no confusions. You've sworn your loyalty to
To
a
a wolf.
vampire like a dog to man.
I have sworn my loyalty to the pack leader, and my pack leader is Emil, but Emil isn't here, and so I will have to make do with Kirill. And Kirill makes all the stupid decisions, and I want Emil back, but here we are.
So you let your stupid pack leader lead you, this so-called
You don't
alpha wolf.
understand our ways. It was
Well, you just said it. Your ways are quite dumb, aren't they?
dumb,
Well,
You are
effective,
following
simple,
the footsteps
loyal.
of an idiot.
You
Are
come
you
from
loyal enough to follow a
political bureaucrats, rats of the outside. She's thrown this back and forth.
And you're a bureaucrat yourself. Go and jump into a frozen
We are
lake
something
with
more
idiot
noble
flavor.
than that.
Noble.
I'm saying
All
that
I
we are
see
not
are
bureaucrats. You're the
snarling-
bureaucrats.
it's enough insults.
Here.
No, there's never enough for dogs.
There is. The problem is, it's never enough for you.
No, I've not been proven otherwise. You've taken children to make more of you. Aren't there any
I
more
hate
children
you
reproduce?
so much, but I am
Oh,
willing
I'm
to
so
spare that
sorry.
bitch if you do something for us.
Why would I do that for dogs who kidnap children to make more of their
Well, I
own?
don't want to be a dog on the leash for the devil, okay?
But you are a dog. I mean, factually speaking, it's not an
Because
insult.
Kirill is currently in control.
Now
What
we're
do
getting
you
somewhere.
propose?
So,
Emil has disappeared,
okay.
and I want him back. He is my true pack leader, not that bitch Kirill.
Do you know what
Then-
happened to him?
No, I don't. But I'm willing to trade his life for hers. Otherwise, no matter where you go in the Swallow Woods, we will always be watching and smelling from afar.
Because you're a dog?
Because we are wolves! God damn it!
Stop it! Please!
Well, there's certainly no deal here. As far as I can tell, we can't help you get your leader back if it means her head, and nor will I help get your leader back if you are continuing to kidnap children, for you've taken some individuals that I do care deeply about. But we are at a standstill here. You want your pack leader. I want my children. You don't want to bow your heads to a devil that's wrapped you around by his little disgusting finger. And why, in my mind, you will align yourself to somebody you don't agree with.
If they have been properly inducted into the Red Fang, then they belong to the Red Fang for life. It's how it is.
They belong to their families.
We are their family now.
No, that's not how family works.
It's how
That's
family works. Deal with it.
Oh, are you? Then deal with your stupid leader and jump off a cliff with her as she's aligned herself to the devil himself. That's
I
your
don't
family.
think that is the leader that we're talking about.
It's the leader that they have now. So,
Wait. So we have a leader who's aligned with Daddy Stardy. That's Kill. She's like the little redhead.
Now,
And
I actually want to know if you're not going to take this trade. That if you're gonna act like pussies and go over to that magical tower behind you, if you're actually gonna face us.
We're still discussing the trade. I mean, you can stop barking. We're trying to have a civil discussion here.
It's what I do. God damn
Thank
it.
you.
And your old leader wasn't a friend of Strahd, was it?
He like shucks a loogie on the ground. Fuck no.
well, you don't like Strahd. We don't like Strahd either. If anything, can blame death upon of your others by him, by putting you into this situation. Killing her doesn't bring them back, nor solve anything with you. But killing Strahd will.
Let
Getting
me
your leader
try
back
this.
will.
Hey, purple lady. Will you stop hunting us down and killing us? Oh, interesting question. Let me see. I'm gonna look at my calendar. No. I will kill every one of you.
Essie,
What? I know, but they're werewolves. They suck ass.
I know they are.
But you're killing them because they're stealing children, correct?
Yes, and they took my fucking leg. Fucking monsters.
Well,
It's a curse that needs to be eradicated. At least not held in the hands of this stupid fucker.
but what we want is aligned for the time being. We don't like Strahd. That's the biggest curse here.
And you
Focus
sure they
on
want to
that.
stab you in your back?
They're desperate. We're desperate. We are connected through terrible desperation.
I hate this.
Think I want this? No.
Essie, if we had a choice, I would gladly fight every single one of them with you.
guys, let us actually think about this. Are we going to run around Barovia searching for a wayward werewolf pack leader as they are still stealing children?
Then that's why we make a deal. No children, no pack leader. Well, no
What?
children until pack leader. And then we can do whatever that we want with them.
I tend to include Casper, that seems like the best solution.
Actually, I mean, just a little bit awkward, but if Kirill says go and take children, then we kind of have to go and take children.
Unless you replace her, get her off the throne, so to speak.
Which will have to be done through a formal challenge of combat, or else it will not be seen as legitimate.
Then, so be it. I will agree to such combat with her, 'cause she is the reason why children are being taken.
You need to be inducted into the Coalesce pack first.
Then if she falls in battle and she steps into the thorns,
Alright. Is it designated people, or is it everybody that steps into the...
everyone.
Oh, okay. That's alright. Spring the trap! How long does it last? An hour, you said?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Ooh, it's pushing the end of it, but we're not there. Okay. What happens?
2d4.
Automatically, no save?
No save.
Okay. Then roll 2d4. Quickly.
hell yeah. Roll me that 2d4. Give it to me right now. Calling me a pussy? Well, I'll show them with my 2d4 damage taken.
Okay, are we rolling 2d4?
Just roll it, I guess.
There you go. You take...
See the 2d4.
Oh,
you did
shit,
GM
I
roll.
did GM roll. Sorry.
Okay.
It's a habit. You take 5 damage.
Excellent.
Sorry. I was like, why is nobody reacting? Okay, so you step in and like kind of the spikes come out, burn you into your souls a little bit, but you souls
Does not fucking
care.
flinch.
Yeah, I
He
know
is
you don't.
Staring
I-
right at him.
Fuck yeah. Alright. It's a little bit concerned, but you know, looks at you straight ahead. Openly, honestly.
There's probably some sort of arrangement we can deal with here. We want the children, you want your pack leader. You don't want Kirill, to be your pack leader anymore, and neither do we. If you challenge her, and take position as alpha, everything goes away, right? As long as you give us the children.
Yes, I would do that, except that,
You can't beat her.
Kira's stronger.
If we were to give you something to weaken her.
That's cheating. This is exactly why we hate your kind.
And you call us a pussy when I am walking to you.
Well,
No! That's for
I am impressed by your
grit?
steel, warrior.
And where
But to challenge a pack leader, you need to be first indicted into the pack. Do you have what it takes?
Should I all down
I have what it takes
Yes.
without being a part of you.
64, isn't it?
she's already on
Yeah,
2d4.
or 6. I 3 more steps, so it's 64.
Oh, 64.
Yeah.
64.
Jesus. Yeah, that's 13 points of, as for the damage.
As for that, please stop rubbing yourself
for
against my spikes.
This is pointless unless you...
And she holds up a fucking finger. Like,
Asfala is
ma'am.
pretty fucking crazy. Nix, is this, are we gonna do something? Is this normal?
As for that, just stand there and don't do anything, please.
Asphodel has aligned herself with the children of Velaki, and they are missing, and she will do anything to get them back.
It's the rules of the pack. It is.
Rules that are driving you down to damnation.
It is what's
It's
keeping us afloat. Our traditions is everything we are.
And
And
are you
by
willing
the
to
Night
see-
Mother, I'm going to follow them to my last breath. You
Really?
must become
Then ca-
indicted. Inducted. Difficult.
Why would I indict myself to peep to things like you who cannot stand on the ground I am upon?
Because we are the Red Fang.
And the Red Fang can't even step upon thorns. You don't deserve me.
Here he steps in.
Okay. Get some out damage. Roll it.
You roll it.
Yeah. As everyone steps, the thorns immediately like jerk towards them and just begin like scraping them, like how you scrape rust of an iron. And just goes,
He just smiles through the pain, like the pain is like enjoyable.
and so that just looks at the Leia with like, I fucked up.
We have removed all pretense. We have become what we truly are. Honest, loyal.
Honest, loyal to a fault, and still only a step into actual hardship. Come closer.
I have nothing to gain. I'm not a stupid dog. I am a wise wolf.
And a wise wolf will know how to impress somebody greater.
I don't need to impress you. I am playing in a different league altogether.
Oh, that sounds like an individual coping with their own weakness. Is that why you can never stand up to Kieran? Can she approach me in this space on my ground?
What am I to gain for this? I just want the purple tiefling.
And I want my children. You gain.
Then come and get them. See what death you will face. I don't need to come to you. You have nothing that is of value for me.
That sounds. Of course you have value. It's the leader you want.
But
Not the leader.
I'm not sure you can
currently
even
have.
get it.
Well, I'm saying.
You're not even willing to become a Red Fang.
Because a red fang to me is a weak, sniveling puppy.
You do speak of strength, but you do not respect our traditions. I have
I know
nothing
what
more to
strength
speak to you.
is.
No. It's not all about physical strength. It's not about taking pain.
It's
about
fortitude. It's
honoring.
honor.
It's about honoring our history and having the strength to do it. And he steps
I
out.
honor the children I swore to protect, and I will walk thorns to get them, to get to the people I give a damn about.
Then come
And you
and die in vain.
As for the takes not 3d4, another 3d4, give me a moment. He takes 9 points of phone damage, and if he steps away, he takes.
He doesn't take one out of it.
Okay, so he doesn't
He
take
doesn't,
anything.
he doesn't take it out of it, no. He's just into
Okay.
it.
Yeah, he stands by his
So
words.
Asphodel takes 9 points of phone damage.
I already subtracted it. And Asphodel looks at him,
Mm-hmm.
and she just scoffs, like, you step out. Now, you've proven enough of what the Red Fang is to me. Useless puppies that can't even get the leader they want, nor the leader they deserve. Just the leader they're stuck with.
I
And Aspida simply turns around and casually walks out of this thing.
Oh
You
god.
take. I don't think it's casual because they scrape through your flesh right now. How many steps is that?
That was 2 more.
Okay, and you still have 5 more to go, so that's 10d4.
6 more?
5 more.
So I can just.
so and each step is 2d4.
Are these
Okay.
So after taking
Roll it.
2 steps, how much is that?
44.
40. Okay. So yeah, how much damage? I mean, after
Yeah.
2 steps.
9 points of boom boom damage.
Okay.
4 damage.
All right. And then where did my thing go?
That's piercing. Maybe you have resistance against it or something.
Nah, she isn't. This is like truly a show
Yeah.
of who of resilience, and it's clear to Aspida that this red fang shit is really just fucking pitiful. They'll say whatever it is to save their own hide, but not what they want. The leader they want. So let me see how much lay of hands I got. Excellent, I got 10. As I'm walking out, out of the circle entirely, I'm gonna add 10.
Okay, that's how much do I get all?
That was yeah, like 4 more squares, or is it 3?
so
Is it 3 or
3.
Four.
Stepping out doesn't cost.
It's
Yeah.
3, so that's enough. 64. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
You take 13 more points off.
That's fine and dandy with Aspida.
That's
Uh,
heckin' intimidation.
And she is says nothing further as she walks back.
I have nothing to prove to you.
Of course, that's what you are. Nothing without a sniveling leader. And whatever the tatters of your honor in history.
It's obvious that you
Worthless.
cannot start to even understand us.
What is that? A gust of wind. Nothing. And she enters the tower.
He looks over to Esmeralda. You! That date you talked about, you're on. Watch your back. And they slowly back off into the tree line again. I'm not really sure if they're still there or if they actually truly leave.
So,
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
You
Hey.
talking to Sol?
yeah.
Alright. Just gonna change the music. It's a little bit hectic. Soul pops out of your pocket. Yeah?
So, I have a mission for you.
Oh, is it to murder anybody?
Reconnaissance. I need you to follow these rules we just reiterated. Follow every step, stick to the shadows, do not be detected.
Oh,
Stay out of melee range.
Are we gonna go hunting later? Wolf
We might be.
Alright.
If
I
they
thought-
have a camp,
Inserters.
if they have a camp, you tell me in return. If they do not have a camp, we continue to follow them until they do find a camp.
Okay.
If they come back here, you go ahead of them and you warn us.
I see. Alright,
And-
though. I will
And
not-
then,
Oh.
when the time is right,
Warn?
we might feast.
You know, my brain is not that big. I might forget things.
Just follow them
Alright,
and
though.
don't get killed. I need you.
No, unless I kill 2 of them as they drag me down. I won't go down quietly.
Go.
And she throws him.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be keeping tabs on our canine friends.
Well,
what am I supposed to do with
that
this
was
burner
something.
mining?
I'm a little bit stunned. I mean, I can be rather rambunctious, but I am outclassed. Jeez.
Where am I supposed-
Is anybody exhausted? I am exhausted.
Now I see.
Esmeralda sits down on the stone, kind of claps her midsection where there's still a little bit of like blood coming out of it.
You need help?
What were you talking about?
I just minor escape wounds. I have some healing supplies upstairs that I can use. Thank you, though. Guys, what are you doing here? Are you here to
Well-
tell me that you have found the jerk? Where is he?
Yes.
Asphodel now steps back out.
Everything but looks over to Nyx.
I
Millavoy.
like to imagine that wherever Asphoda is walking, you have like bloody footprints and you're like a squish sound.
Millavoy peeks his head out to see that everything is okay, and it's like a big sigh of relaxation and sits down on like the steps here by the door.
Yeah, careful of the metal.
Yeah, it seems like you're able to open the door no problem, but if the door closes behind you, don't touch the door.
Okay. Oh, Asphodel will take a seat by a rock and just start
Oh, that same rock.
taking the same rock, and take out like the thorn, just like
Yeah.
stupid, like it fueled by like fucking dumb dogs. You know, the look on her face.
Amatya is just stunned by what Asphoda.
Illyria's just really glad we narrowly avoided, like, pissing off Strahd too soon.
I don't think he would have pissed off Strahd if we killed them. They are
Probably
of a
not.
different faction of werewolves.
Space
That's-
issue I'm thinking
They
about.
were
Well-
still following Carol, no?
The copper
No, you did apologize to me about this guy.
Put it back together.
In the fist, she said she cast him out, so this is a rogue faction of werewolves.
And they are potential allies if they are rogue.
Yeah, but I don't like them. They worship the Night Mother too, so...
They're close-minded.
There
I
are
simply sowed
Yes.
a
and
lot of
violent
seed.
and dangerous, and again, they kidnap kids
They are also violent and dangerous.
and turn
so-
kids into monsters themselves. Like
Yes.
So,
textbook villain. Do you need anything better?
so what you're saying is they're available to be hunted with no consequences.
Okay.
I don't
Is that
know.
what I'm hearing?
What I'm saying is that if you do hunt them without consequences, we would lose a potential ally to help with the actual problem.
Hey, I really would like to have this conversation because werewolves are near and dear to my heart. But again, hi guys. What are you doing here?
Actually, they wanted to go talk to the werewolf.
You were looking for you too.
Yes, and I was looking for
And
2 specific children.
we're
And I-
also looking for a certain man.
She's a
So you want to go and when you say talking to the werewolves, is it go hunt the werewolves with me? Yes.
I told you I can't.
But this is all bullshit. What has happened? Why are they after all this time? I don't.
Yes. Okay.
A lot
The
has
new
changed.
leader, you might have heard, is aligned with Strahd.
Why the thing has to be so darn complicated?
And we were kindly told that attacking them would be a declaration of war towards him that we
Wait,
Probably
what
are
is the
pretty
source
full.
of this information?
his lapdog.
Slip. Ah, the steward.
how do you explain?
Raden.
Raden. Right. Well, that sounds pretty legitimate. Fuck.
What are you doing here, Ezzy?
Just vibing to the wind.
Waiting to see if the old geezer decides to come back and regroup at his headquarters,
I feel like I'm kind of playing
and
Snake.
making myself useful in the same time.
To what end?
So I set up.
Stop his
Valeria
crusade.
can't really look Ezzy in the eyes.
To stop his crusade, of course. He's gonna get himself killed. This is stupid. The child is lost. Probably dead or a vampire at this point. He's gonna hurt himself. The outside world needs him. Needs to continue being the leader of the scroll bow and doing good things for the protectorate. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yep, Illyria's definitely looking down to the ground.
Ezzy, a lot has happened since we parted ways in Belaki. Maybe you know some of it, maybe you don't. But
Yeah,
can't be resolved here.
who
on
is
the
the little... I don't even know what to call you. Like half Vistani? Like you have half a horn? And where's the little one?
Do you want to have these conversations here outside on this rock, or maybe with something to...
At the
the
moment,
pain?
she says horn, Amatya like checks for her horn and realizing that she cast a spell, so her horns and teeth are out. She's like,
Yeah, that's a good thing. Let's have this conversation never. Bye.
What? Alright, you're right, Nix. Let's comfort over immediate expediency. Let's take that very slow elevator and let's keep the hot boy in our sights, shall we?
Yeah.
Milivoy blushes.
Are you
Hilarious.
sure you want that conversation in there in a cramped area, Nix?
What?
Well,
Is it gonna make me
That's-
horny or what? I don't understand.
no.
She
Ezzy.
kind of like takes off some of the thorns and just simply stands by Esmeralda's sides and kind of whispers over, "Steel yourself for this, cause I couldn't believe it either."
Nix got laid?
Ezzy,
I
can you
mean,
keep it in your pants?
Too,
She-
but
Asuna gives like a serious, grim look,
Oh no. What has happened?
and she looks over at Nix.
Nix has his hands crossed down, like he's holding his wrists with his hands in front of himself, like looking fairly uncharacteristically stoic.
Nix, what have you done?
We need to have a talk.
Well, clearly, do you want it to have in a cramped space that is warmer than this, or do you want to have... I'm confused. Just spit it out!
I look to Asphodel and to the rest of the party and kind of
Illyria
gesture.
went after Martio.
Okay.
Asphodel's looking at Nix.
Bailing.
She is looking dead at him, stone cold.
Let's have a chat, you and I, Ezzy. And Nix goes around to like sit on the rock next to her. Looking at Asphodel, like casual, like quick glances. And I guess he kind of like gestures to her to say like, non-vocally to try and get the others into the tower.
Asphoda simply goes over here. She's not actually gonna tell Alir and Hamartia. She just sits by Milivoy and leans over to him and say, "Get ready for the show. It's about to get intense.
What show? I don't understand.
Just watch. Any moment now."
You scare me.
She's just like, I'd be scared too if I fucked up as much as Nyx has in this context.
Oh, well, may the Morning Lord be with him.
The Morning Lord is testing him.
Okay, meanwhile, Esmeralda kind of, shifts a little bit so she can look straight at you, but looks a little bit protective, like she scrunches up like a little bit of a ball, like her hands hugging her knees, that kind of deal. Looks at you suspiciously. Yeah.
Does she look like injured?
Yeah, like scraped and bruised.
Okay. Nyx will like furrow his brow and just for a moment and reach into his bag and bring out the healer's kit, and from a perspective of just like providing a little bit of aid, not necessarily magical healing.
Nyx, are you dodging? I've been through worse than this. I can wait 5 minutes.
You always did not know when to shut up, Bexxy.
Yeah.
You had such a mouth on you growing up. Do you remember?
It has gotten me into trouble, that's very true. It's a thing I've heard before, yes. I'm sorry. I deal with stress by talking.
I know. And to some degree I don't. You left the mist before and then you came back a little bit different from what I remember you. There is still that young girl that I remember behind this facade. Always getting into trouble. Just like me. And I don't know exactly what you did out there in the Protectorate. What sort of experience you had with the Scrobos and why you feel so aligned with them, especially with their leader, Van Richten.
That works now.
I came here.
Didn't know the conversation would take this kind of spin. Alright. Wow, okay.
Of course, the folk at Pool were dubious in nature, but given how you are, of course, I see you are going to leave. What did they expect? But I'm not sure if you know what that meant. What that meant to me? Or the others?
I'm just your cousin, Nyx. Like, I like to think that we have like a sibling kind of relationship, but we're just cousins. You have Madame Even, like the other people at Serpool, right?
Not anymore.
Yes.
Like I said,
That's
a lot of things have happened since we parted ways from Velaki. Some things I'm not proud of. Some things I am.
okay. Sounds like a normal Monday to me.
With a lot less wine, but nevertheless, certain actions and decisions have forced our hands, forced my hand.
You're
And
making me very scared right now, Nyx. Like,
I just want you to know, Essie, that I didn't mean for you to get hurt. I don't want you to be in harm's way, but I also don't know exactly what you did outside the mist and why you came back with such a hell-bent desire for destruction. I get it.
Yes.
Strahd is not the means to happiness or survival, really. We are his toys to play with in this land that he calls his own. Why he let you escape the mist, I don't know.
But that's true. But he's also an excuse for us to do things that we shouldn't do.
The lack of efficiency.
As Vistani. He's a blanket of protection that we lean against. And in his name,
No, I got enough on
he
me.
needs to stop.
I got enough on me right now.
At the cost of your own people. Because that's what it takes. And that has been the payment for this venture.
I thought about it long and hard. When I was outside the mists, training with the scrollbow. That moral conundrum, you could say.
And what did you conclude?
Then I'm not gonna be like them. But I'm not gonna raise my hand against them for being weak. But if they stand in my way, in doing what we should be doing, I will not let them stop me.
Would you kill them? Would you kill young and old alike of your own kind for this venture, Ezzy? Would you kill me?
Yes.
She's a little bit taken aback by that. She was very determined and assured of herself. But at that point she's a little bit shaken. I made it would never come to that. Why would the old and the young or you stand against me?
I don't think we would.
Wait, so
I think you're right. That this land cannot prosper. We cannot truly live freely whilst under the thumb of such a tyrant. And believe me when I say we are trying to resolve that in our own way. It's taking a while, but so far no one has died. No innocent has died. And
That's lucky.
Cogs.
Be able to sleep later in the night, I hope.
It's a matter of doing what is right.
This system here still works.
I agree.
Van Richten did not do what was right.
No.
We have found him.
Split this one.
We know where he is. We also know what he has done.
Something sussy?
We noticed.
Please don't talk in circles.
I'm not
You're
trying
killing
to talk
me
in
here.
circles.
Um,
The Valaki Vestani,
Yes.
that camp, that is no more. That
What?
has been decimated, burned. And many of our people are now dead.
There's a sharp intake of breath. Denial, confusion.
Wait, it's not? Oh, it should be set to belts.
And your boss did that.
No. That's why I'm over here making more another.
Van Richten felt it was necessary to make an example of our people because he considered us to be in the employ of Strahd, and to an extent that is true. But the way he
But
did
I'm
it, as
making
he
another Gears production
haunts
here.
my
I
dreams.
can bring do an underway underneath this all up into your
When I discovered this, I'm sure you can imagine how I felt. How I felt about him. I didn't know him. I didn't know who he was or
No, wait,
what
wait.
reputation he has.
Are you bullshit? No. What? He's just attacking without provocation? Everybody? The non-fighting people too? Why?
He felt that we were a liability, a force that, or some people that were close enough to Strahd that if he damaged them, he would damage him by proxy.
Yes.
Perhaps in some regard he's right, but not children, not women that are defenseless, not just people trying to find their way. And then we found him within Vallaki, causing more turmoil and pitting Barovian folk against each other. I don't know who you think he is, Essie, but he's not someone you should admire. He's not someone I admired. And I made him aware of this fact.
But
Something has awoken within me, and I battle with it every single day.
How long is the long arm?
at this point, she kind of stopped listening to you, and there's like tears welling up in her eyes, and she's like looking away and just trying to process this.
Yeah.
It's not my intention to cause you discomfort, but these are the facts, Ezzy. Van Richten killed our people, and he paid the price for it.
We have hit.
The person that you followed for so long and look up to with such reverence is not someone that you should do. And so,
Yes.
No,
to quell,
this can't be.
Right. This is
No,
gonna
no,
turn
no,
into
no,
me
no, no,
with
no.
Ezzy, listen.
constant amounts of cinders.
Van Richten
How can this be
started a
true?
chain reaction.
We bring this out like here, and then we go.
He pissed off Strahd. He pissed him off by killing our people. So much so that Strahd was about to eradicate all the innocence of Vallaki. And let me tell you, I'm not exactly a fond of the Vallaki people, but I know an innocent when I see them. And I'm trying to be a different Nyx these days.
I don't have materials. I'm out of wood. I can't make.
We found Van Richten within Vallaki. We confronted him. Illyria and I. Mostly I.
This will make
And
What
we...
did,
green potions.
what did he say? Did he say why?
He
There
was
must-
unremorseful. He felt like he was doing justified work. That any harm that can come to Strahd, both physical or mental, is suitable collateral damage. I disagreed. And after facing him down in an alleyway, he... I wouldn't say surrendered, as much as understood. We gave him to Strahd, Ezzy.
Yeah, the business power.
We gave him to Strahd because of what he's done.
Power lines.
Her eyes kind of zero back on you with like more intensity.
Now we're making green.
What?
Now we're fucking cooking with gas. Is everything set to have green in it too?
There isn't anything
it just
we
picks
could
it
have
up
done.
anyway?
It was one man versus
So,
hundreds.
So
right.
And
you're
what he did to our
telling
people.
me it's because of what he did, you had to choose between the people of Valaki and him?
It wasn't just that. It was also about payment, about killing the Vistani.
Can we make it so it goes to everything?
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it would work. It would work. We spaced everything out. I'm gonna make underground.
I thought that
Because I have so many rails anyway.
I thought I had.
How's our energy usage, by the way? After
I thought I could prove to him that we're
almost
not
at
all
max.
like that.
We're almost at max capacity.
I thought we were.
Yeah.
He was
Do
more
this.
than my
Well,
friend.
we can actually save this for a little bit here, and then.
I risked my life with him for.
Turn over
I
there.
proved that we could be more than what we are. Every day. Out there. I proved that there was hope.
Yeah, we'll need to move some of these. So I can put this one this far, so that one can.
Was I
stay,
not enough?
But the next one can't.
You are to me.
So this one can't. It needs to move one. Okay, fair enough.
You are doing
Yeah.
some positive things here, Izzy, but I think you're a little misguided. The same with these werewolves. Barovia is not a nice place to live.
Length.
These hard decisions are what is tearing us apart. Nobody wants to make them. But I will be damned if I would allow
It's in the way.
an outsider to kill dozens of us,
That's annoying.
all in the pursuit of his own grand adventure.
Let me move it one. One here.
This is.
There you go.
Fuck.
No,
Fuck! Fuck!
no, the other side.
No!
There.
No matter what he has done, we have no chance now. Do you understand? I'm just a mere apprentice. He's legendary! For fuck's sake! If anybody could, then maybe he could. And now we.
There is more to say, Ezzy. Fentonington is just one small chapter of this very long tale that I'm going to tell you.
I don't want to hear more what you have done.
There is hope. We have a plan. I hope you can join us and fulfill that plan.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know
the-
if
Put this one here, and then you have space.
I can or
Come here, bud. Yeah.
if it's-
Now we got it.
It's not a question if you can.
she
You must.
she stands up, fidgets a little bit, like looks around, looks for anything to find comfort in, to save her,
Ape together.
and all
I'll,
she's
like,
seeing.
Stand up, like try and take her her viewpoint.
Mhm.
True.
Asphoda's just sitting there watching.
I think automation too, because all the or electric.
And all she can see is just the mouth that keeps on delivering horrible things, and just the cold waters and the unyielding stone.
Because what's bottlenecking us now is the assembly machines.
You're strong, Essie. I'm not going to lie.
As a machine 2.
Probably stronger than me.
Or automation.
Well, what else is new?
Automation 2. Oh my god, they're all working.
But the people I'm traveling with, they genuinely want to help us. Not just us, everyone.
Shoots automatically.
They too want to eradicate Strahd. Remove this curse.
Please,
Set us
just
free.
shut up. Just shut
And
up.
then you were talking about for red production, you needed more.
You don't understand.
And then for more red production, you talked about you needed
And,
more cogs.
She's gonna push past you
The cog production here.
and try to get as far away as possible and then sit down on the stones out there.
To the left.
Like, very much fetal position now, you know, and looking out onto the waters. Probably crying to
I don't
herself,
know.
trying to process all of this.
Yeah,
I'll stand there watching her.
Yes. Yes.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse Mother Misery.
It's always the last hour, baby. The shit hits
Yeah.
the fan.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure shit's gonna continue hitting. The fan next episode though.
Yeah, Nick's got some diarrhea and it's just going everywhere.